everyone, it's Kim here at Hancock Homestead and Gardens, and today it is Thursday, November the 24th, and it is time to celebrate Thanksgiving here in the United States. And so I am going to show you some of our family's activities and our favorite things to do on Thanksgiving Day. Okay guys, I'm putting the pies in the oven. I just go with Sarah Lee. She makes as good of, if not better, pies than I do. And we usually have pumpkin and we have apple. And then I got a pecan from the Walmart bakery. Okay, so the turkey is in here taking a bath. And we will be getting it into the roasting pan soon. After I give my turkey a bath in warm water, and I take out the neck and the package of innards, then what I like to do is cover it with vegetable oil, and I just let it kind of drizzle all over. Some people use butter, olive oil is really good, but this vegetable oil is what I have, and I'm just real generous with it. And then I stick it in the oven at 400 degrees with my pan on. Put it in at noon so that it is ready by 5. And I have already adjusted my oven racks downward to hold my roaster, because then my scalloped potatoes will go over here on this side. Alright. Okay, and Katie Beth is working on the deviled eggs. That's always her Thanksgiving food that she contributes. And she does a very nice job at them. We all love them.
Right now I'm just peeling.
Yes.
And then I'll start doing the inside. But I'm still trying to peel the shell off first.
Okay.
Okay, so whenever I do this, I don't really follow a recipe, so I just kind of eyeball it. I've learned over the years because I've done this so many times. And you want to start off just going little by little. Like, you don't want to do too much at once, because you can always add more, but you can't take away, and I have learned that through trial and error. So I think I'm just going to go with like one big scoop, and then I'll mix of mayonnaise, and then I'll mix and then add more as I need, because I've had the problem where I get them too runny and then you can't pick up the egg to eat it right. So I'm going to go with one scoop first. I'm just going to squirt it in there. And like I said, I'm just going to eyeball it, but I'm going to start out a little bit and then build up, because I've already added the vinegar, because that is my one biggest flaw, is I always put too much vinegar. So I measured it out ahead of time so that I wouldn't get like all crazy and put too much in there. So now I'm going to mix it around. And my suggestion to you all is, when you're making this, don't have on your Thanksgiving outfit. As you can see, this is not what I'm wearing at the table. So I suggest that, because you might get splattered on and it'll be easier to just change right out of it than trying to like wipe off mustard off of your shirt. So that's my suggestion. And I would start at kind of a low setting so that, again, you're not splattering yourself.
Yeah, that's looking pretty good.
I agree. At this point, usually what I do is have a handy-dandy taste test.
Of course.
From the experts, of course, Mom and Dad. So I'll have my mother behind the camera do a little taste for you all, so that she can advise me from where to go from here. Sometimes I like to add salt, but I don't want it to be too salty. The vinegar kind of makes it salty enough.
Perfect.
Perfect? Perfect. See? The expert Katie. So then you just do the easy part. You just scoop into the eggs. So I already cut my eggs in half. So now I'm just going to scoop the filling into the egg.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, we'll see. We'll see what it looks like at the end.
Okay.
So there she is filling the eggs. And there she has it now. She has put the mixture into the eggs. And that is what we call deviled eggs. And our family really enjoys deviled eggs. As part of our Thanksgiving meal. And I'm going to show you our Thanksgiving menu. So for Thanksgiving we have roasted turkey, scalloped potatoes. I might make a small batch of mashed potatoes. We have stuffing, turkey gravy, glazed carrots, green beans, deviled eggs, pineapple, and rolls. And then our pies will include pumpkin, apple, and pecan. And a lot of times I will make my own pies, but this year with as sick as I've been, I chose just to buy Sara Lee. So, and she makes really good pies. All right, well, there we go. Okay, friends, so now it's time to baste the turkey. And what I do is I simply take out some of the juices and I just pour it over the top. And I'm doing this with my left hand so I can record with my right. And this helps to keep it moist. And crispy, golden brown. Looking good. They do make turkey basters for this. But I just always just use my spoon. Seems to do the trick. Down here, which is the a little bit of the oil, cooking oil, along with the juices from the meat, is what I will use eventually to make my gravy. I will use some flour and some butter and the juices, and I will make some turkey gravy later on. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it back into the oven because it is not quite ready. It's still in the cooking process, but every now and then, about every hour, you're supposed to baste it, which is just pouring the liquids on top of it to keep it moist. Okay. Getting ready to make my scalloped potatoes. My family loves my scalloped potatoes, and they're really not that hard to make, but I thought I would show you how I do it. And the first thing I do is I just have John peel and then thinly slice russet potatoes. And you can also use red potatoes for that. You don't want to use white potatoes because they will get too soft. But russet and red work good for this recipe. Okay, so after I have the potatoes peeled, and then we have them just sitting in some cold water, then I start on the sauce. Okay, and it's just a very simple white sauce that I'm going to pour over the top of it. And to start my sauce, I start with 2 sticks of butter. Because I make 2 batches, and so I just double the recipe. And my recipe I got from the Betty Crocker cookbook that I showed you guys on one of my videos. So I'm sure that you could also probably just Google white sauce or Google scalloped potatoes. Alright, so 2 sticks of butter, and I melt those down. And I have this just kind of on a medium heat. I have it set at 5. All right. And then to those 2 sticks of butter, I am going to be adding 6 tablespoons of flour, okay? So 1 and 6. And it does not have to be exact, okay? I'm just mixing together my butter and my flour to make like this paste, okay? All right. Now, to this, I'm going to go ahead and add my salt and pepper. There you go. All right, so there's my base. Now, to that, I am going to be adding 3 cups of whole milk per stick of butter. So since I'm doubling, that means 6 cups. All right. And I like to use whole milk because it just has more fat, which makes your gravy thicker. And yeah, I just like it better that way. So here we go. 1 and 6. All right. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to bring this mixture to a boil. And as I'm doing that, the milk and the flour will work together with the butter to thicken up and make it like a gravy, a white gravy. All right. Now, I'm going to go ahead and let that finish boiling. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to be getting my pans ready. Now, the key to making scalloped potatoes that do not stick is to spray your, please spray your casserole dishes, okay? I'm telling you, if you do this, it will save you a lot of scrubbing later on, okay? Because your potatoes, no matter how hard you try, you're going to get a little bit of burn, crusty stuff around the edges, you know. Then it's okay. It's just the way it is. Alright, so the next step then is going to be to layer my potatoes with my white sauce. Let's go ahead and put the rest of your sauce on there. Your sauce is, of course, your butter and your milk and your flour. Okay, there's that. Put some on here. And now I'm going to put my sprayed lids on. Now that way, if they boil over, they will boil over onto the cookie sheet and not onto the stove. It's hard to talk and do this. There, it's all gonna fit. There we go. Yep. And I'm cooking my turkey at 400, and so I can also cook my potatoes at 400. All right, so then that leaves me with this whole pan of potatoes. And what I'm going to make with them are mashed potatoes. Okay, so the good news is that the turkey is done because the legs pulled right off. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to know more about our homestead and what we do on it, please subscribe. This is Kelmy, Hancock Homestead and Garden, saying bye for now.